John, again, thank you so much for joining me today. It's a real pleasure to get to talk to you.
Of course, thanks for having me, Emmanuel.
It's interesting because we follow the journey of the family now for 6 seasons. As things are developing and revealed through the season, do you follow along the reaction of fans?
If they hit me up on like IG or something, yes, every once in a while somebody will send me like a little article that they read where someone might have said something about Miguel. That's about it. I'm not on social media as much as I used to be. And people will maybe stop me on the street and go, "Hey, don't you play Miguel? Oh my God, I've been a fan of Miguel from the beginning. I can't believe people." And that's kind of what I get. But I don't. Do you want to tell me? Have you heard something? People been talking shit. What's that?
No, it's just always interesting because you get so invested in the characters and you want to know certain things, well, which of course in the early seasons you're not going to ever know about. But because I think Fogelman had talked a little bit about wrapping everything up with a nice little bow and not leaving anything unturned. I was interested in knowing if you kind of follow along, people going, oh, that's why this is happening, or maybe just emotional reactions that you had heard.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I do. I really like seeing that that people are invested in and rooting for the Rebecca and Miguel relationship now, when I know early on they were not, because of how special Jack and Rebecca's relationship was. But I know that I have been hearing chatter, seeing a message every once in a while where people are like, just love that Miguel is there for Rebecca. We love that, he always has a word of wisdom for, one of her kids when they're going through something. I do love to see that there's been a measured change in how people react to Miguel. But yeah, I follow every once in a while.
It's tough because the show really captures everyday struggles, but in a very captivating way. And yeah, you want to root for some characters, but when certain things happen, like an unfortunate death in the family, life has to go on. Things change, and when people
Yeah.
need to continue living. And I think that the relationship between Miguel and Rebecca is just is a testament to that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think that you know, we forget sometimes that uh for example, Rebecca, we forget that emotionally what she had to have gone through when she lost her husband. But she's still a woman, she's still human, she still wants a companion, she still wants love. And yes, she has the love of her kids, but is that enough? And we see that there's tons of, stuff between her and the kids that is unresolved. So to get away from that and find that person that she can escape to, away from this unresolved stuff. I mean, we forget that people need that. Humans need that. We and to move on. And a lot of times I think when people were tripping on whether or not Rebecca should be with Miguel or dating anybody, that's themselves being kind of selfish to this happily ever after kind of thing that's built into our society, where, oh, you've met this one person, you must live happily ever after with that person. But life isn't like that. Life isn't black and white. Life is gray. We should live and breathe in the gray of life, not the black and white of life. Nothing is right and wrong. Like, well, some things are, but you have to, the human experience is not black and white.
Yeah, because I mean, for me, it made sense. I mean, the relationship that Jack and Miguel had, there's a reason why they both had a relationship with him. And I
Yeah.
think some of those commonalities were, of course, going to make it come together. It makes sense. And I think the idea of being selfish is sometimes forgotten in this day and age.
Yeah. I mean, I think innately human beings can be pretty selfish. So, it takes us to evolve ourselves emotionally. We have to think about where we are in the state of our own lives, and how we can evolve emotionally in our own lives, and finally see exactly what you're saying, that it's the perfect match, Rebecca and Miguel. I think about, like, yeah, if I died, would I want my wife out there in the world trying to date, like I know who's out there. I know the crazy that's out there. I got a best friend who's amazing. That's why he's my best friend. If they ended up together, I'd be cool because I know he's not going to hurt her. I know he's going to be as supportive for her, you know, when I'm gone as he is now. He's very supportive of both of us now. So why wouldn't I want my best friend to be next in line?
That's a very good perspective. Before I got to let you go, I have to ask you, being that this is the final season, what about Miguel is going to stick with you personally going forward?
I mean, I think just, you know, and we're going to see something coming later this season about a little bit deeper about Miguel. There's going to be an episode that's kind of focused just on Miguel, and we're going to see what made him who he is and what his kind of his personal journey was and how he started somewhere with regards to who he was and what he evolved into himself and became himself, especially in regards to the relationship to the Pearson family. Which a lot of it comes from my own personal background. And that's what's been amazing about the show, is that they've allowed me to collab on who Miguel is, where he started, where he ended. That's what's been the amazing part of the journey of being on This Is Us and being, you know, a part of this character. And that's what's going to stick with me, is that they allowed me to bring so much of myself and my culture, my ethnicity into this character.
Great. Jon, thank you so much for taking some time to talk with me today. I really appreciate it.
Of course. And I like that you're a fellow sci-fi fan. I see all that stuff in the BG back then.
Yeah, absolutely. Little trinkets I've gathered throughout the years.
Yeah, man. Holla at me. Let's talk some sci-fi next time.
I'd be more than happy to anytime. It was nice to virtually meet you, and I hope again let's get together and talk sci-fi soon.
Let's do it. All
All
right.
right, take care.